What's reality? I don't know. When my bird was looking at my computer monitor, I thought, that bird has no idea what he's looking at. And yet, what does the bird do? Does he panic? No, he can't really panic. He just does the best he can. Is he able to live in a world where he's so ignorant? Well, he doesn't really have a choice. The bird's okay, even though he doesn't understand the world. You're that bird looking at the monitor, and you're thinking to yourself, I can figure this out. Maybe you have some bird ideas. Maybe that's the best you can do.
LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMullen, I think. I believe that was a McMullen masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay.
Midwestuary 2025, August 22nd through the 24th in Elmhurst, Illinois. A weekend you won't want to miss with special guests Cale Zeldin, Paul Vanderklay, Rod Dreer, Elizabeth Oldfield, John Vervaeke, and Jonathan Pajot. Midwestuary 2025, the Fellowship of the Spirit. Stay tuned for more details. Visit us at midwestuary.com for ongoing updates.
There's a lot of whistling past the graveyard going on, for sure.
Whistling past the graveyard. That's a good one.
Yeah. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. You know,
Everyone's gonna see a lot of that. You understand?
Remember, embody. I gotta get some of Grizz's branding in here.
We want what's best for you. Remember, there is no agency. And also, remember, embody. Remember to embody.
You know, this vague accent that Grim has. You know, maybe he's been sent from Russia to America to colonize me personally. Maybe Grim Grizz is Putin's tool to get under my skin. And now that he's become my favorite YouTube channel, it's happening. Remember, embody. Remember, embody. We want what's best for you. And your body wants what's best for you.
Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Trust the facts. Remember, embody.
Don't have gratitude unless you remember, embody it. There is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Please do. Remember, embody. We want what's best for you. Remember, embody. Participation and virtually not alone. I mean, these are the things of Grizz's channel are really central to this. Grim Grizz channel. The heart of the Grim Grizz channel is virtually not alone. Remember, embody. There is no agency. The heart of the Grim Grizz channel is about the question and anxiety of life being wasted in union with machines instead of other real human beings. That's the heart of your channel, Grizz. That's the heart of your channel. And it comes out of, very clearly, the pain that many people are growing up being parented by machines and not by their biological parents.
Oh, hi. This is the New Year's Eve stream. Saturnalia begins kicking Miss Magabisky up. If you're in the omens and stuff, I just hit the tray and all 5 of the die flew onto the floor, and I'm currently still looking for Beholder. So,
I listened to him. I think he is telling us the truth. That is indeed what he wants. Those of you who are sort of sniffing for duplicity or grift or dishonesty, I don't smell any of that here. I think he's telling us. I see this guy. I see both of these guys, but I see this guy as being very, very genuine and honest. He is telling us exactly what he thinks.
this means that the individual psyche is far from being safely synthesized. On the contrary, it threatens to fragment only too easily under the onslaught of unchecked emotions. While this situation is familiar to us from the studies of anthropologists, it is not so irrelevant to our own advanced civilization as it might seem. We too can become dissociated and lose our identity. We can be possessed and altered by moods or become unreasonable and unable to recall important facts about ourselves or others, so that people ask, "What the devil has gotten into you?" We talk about being able to control ourselves, but self-control is a rare and remarkable virtue. Thus, a year of failures for the assassins concludes. May they continue to their streak in the new year. Thank you, the card. And hello. All right. Happy New Year from Netherlands. And standing leaning. Whatever. Look, there's coffee down there. You might notice that I'll be competing directly with Mark Pop, the cereal guy, in 9 minutes in competing live streams here in the corner. And I'm probably stepping over the last 20 minutes of Sherry and the half 30-minute thing that's never 30 minutes. Matter of fact, let's check in on that real quick. It looks like it did finally finish at 1 hour and 1 minute and 26 seconds with our good friends Upcycle Club, Afriel, and Sherry in the Dark. Sherry in the Dark. Here's the 33rd minute while I get my, I just lost my dice sorted. I found them all. 5.
I mean, we would be self-sustaining in the sense that we have the garden. Mm-hmm. But that's just not on the table for me anymore. And we have fruit in the garden that I do eat. So we've got strawberries and raspberries and apple trees and stuff like that too. Good. And blueberries.
Well, I did find the controversial part. Let me see if I can find it again.
We all know that there is no agency. Any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
We're back toward the 25-minute mark, right about here.
Also in homesteading, they say that there is a saying about chickens, and nothing goes to waste when you have chickens. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, scraps, everything goes to the chickens. And chickens are actually outfitted for even spoiled food because they have a gizzard. So they don't actually digest with their stomachs, which is since I've been on the carnivore diet, I have to make a plug. Since I've been on the carnivore diet, one of the big, what is it, mantras in the carnivore community is plants are trying to kill you. Okay. Almost all of the meat that we eat is pre-digested. Like the plant is pre-digested by the animal that eats it. And none of those animals, most of those animals are ruminant or they have a gizzard. So none of those animals are actually directly dealing with the cellulose and the toxins from the plants. Just saying. We're the only idiots that want to stuff green leafy vegetables into our faces.
And without the gizzards to handle it. That's Sherry Embody from Grail Country over on the Friday Morning Nameless for the Afriel Up special. 30 minutes plus. Canadian, that card for the show is the Ace of Spades. What a great way to recover, right?
Is everything all right in here?
Yes, Danny.
No, the people haven't even gotten their savings throws. You see, here on the Grim Grit Show, there's a lot of things going on. One of which is I'm never clickbait, so I have to deliver on the title and the thumbnail. One of the others is savings throws against mind control that you're swimming in, don't you know? Right now, there's a lot of the peer pressure variety to spend the evening imbibing the consumptive spirit. And so that's a particular one you might want a savings throw against. There's all the other ones like commercials and wars and rumors of wars. So all of those mind controls of which you're constantly swimming here on the stream, you get a savings throw against it. And if you choose a die that rolls 10 or higher, you take half damage from the mind control. That's right, you get to choose. And by choosing, you're participating, and it makes the magic work. So your choice is between the following: survival, social, wisdom, or heart as the basis for your resistance to the mind control. I roll the die. The one you chose, you know. If it comes up 10 or higher, half damage. If you only get an 8, though, you can get a +2 to that throw by typing in the hive mind, don't you know? Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Last savings throw of 2024. Choose. Indigo out of the tray again. Oh, survivalist. Trinity for you. Trinity. Deuces. Hey, it's not a nat one for the socialists. Lovers of wisdom. Prime 19. Well done. Hard folks, you got disciples. That's a 12 for you. Indigo kids, this one's 8. 8. The power of 8. That's a lady. There's a lady out there with the power of 8.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see. Doing what is right for me is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
Oh no! By switching from StreamYards over into YouTube, I see that we have not yet set a super chat goal. Look at this, everybody. There are super chat goals that you can set as a host of a YouTube stream. You press this goal button, and it makes super chat more fun. Was super chat not enough fun for you? Well, we've got the cure, baby, with this super chat goal. Let's pick a goal and be successful. We'll pick 5 super chat goals of $2. Give us, anybody got a dime in the next 30 minutes. Sure. And how will I celebrate? Oh boy, I have to celebrate. How should I celebrate? Tell me how I should celebrate during these brandings.
About to go into a dark winter. And
Yo, Ab, that's not going to count toward the goal. It's way, way premature. Thank you very much for the 30 silvers or whatever they are. Happy Sirius the Dog Star, Dr. Grizzle in chat. How you doing, Huggle? Good to see you. Super chat goal suggestion from Luke Thompson. Subscribe to Whitestone name and give... That's not a goal. Thank you, Mills, for whatever you've done. For whatever you've done. Singing Earl. Earl singing. All right, fine. Niddlehead with the first actual thing that can be a goal. We'll do Singing Earl. Singing Earl. Who's Earl? We don't know. We don't know. But now the goal is started. There's a button. I've pressed it. Look at that. And yours doesn't count, like I said, but somebody likes it. You know, you can like super chats. That's always nice. And I can heart them. I should do that more often. Okay, and I didn't show you any of that. It's all up here on the right. Oy vey. Oh, vey. Hey, Steven, you missed the Ace of Spades for the Canadian deck card for the show. We've done the savings throws, and now... a reflectathon. A reflectathon. We do a... What happened is once upon a time, way back in September, I realized that this moment was coming, this end of this year. And since it was September and LARP Year 5 was starting, the winter solstice, you know, because LARP years change on September 19th, talk like a pirate day. It's a weird thing. But I knew that I should go back through the live streams and make an assemblage of all the pivotal moments over the course of the year. And I started to do so. But then the timelines diverged because this year has been a year. I mean, it's got me in the same room with Papa Peterson, and then April, and then August, and then the Pacific Northwestuary, and the D&D game, and the trip around the roads of America, and so those things didn't happen, and now this stream might be perhaps a rolling recursion through the past year, so that we have some sort of year-end recapper. Then I don't know. But there's the Reflectathon. Swing over to EvansvilleCoffee.com and grab yourself a bag of the General Grind with real Ethiopian Gujis. Happy New Year casino deck card of the show. What do you want, kayfabe? Is the 6. The 6 of spades. Lots of spades today. Lots of spades.
Imagine a world where boundaries blur between reality and fiction, with Mikhail Gorbachev leading the charge. Gorbachev didn't just challenge political norms. He dared to break the fourth wall in storytelling. "Tear down that fourth wall," he exclaimed, inviting us into a new era of engagement. His metaphorical call wasn't for Berlin alone. It was a clarion call to storytellers and audiences alike. Engage directly, break barriers, and foster a dialogue. Gorbachev's words echo in the halls of creativity. As storytellers, it's our turn to tear down that fourth wall, inspired by Gorbachev's daring challenge. Join us in this creative revolution. Tear down the walls that confine your stories. Share, like, and subscribe for more inspiration.
Look at that. We got Mills and the Kurt and Upcycle Club. We're almost to the singing. But what's best for me at the moment is to let this dog out. And so you get even more branding than I intended. Sorry. Well, it doesn't have to. We could check in on. Here, have some more sherry. Have some more sherry. Gizzard.
And deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Okay. Generally speaking, how do you handle waste?
Well, we recycle. So there's recycling in town. And garbage is taken to town. All of the organic waste is usually fed to the chickens. We don't do a compost with our kitchen waste because that just attracts wild animals. So it's not a good idea here, actually. And when it comes to animal waste, nothing gets wasted. So when I scrape up the sheep pen every morning, like I rake the whole thing, it's like a small yard. All of that gets put in a wheelbarrow and taken to the compost pile. And then in the spring that gets turned into compost, and then that gets spread out on our fields.
Okay.
Yeah.
That last part is very interesting to me. You utilize it in a way.
Everything gets utilized.
Oh, morning, everybody. Morning there, Slick. We're having a lot of fun. We're doing a New Year's Eve stream. Might turn into a marathon. It depends on how well it goes. We're moving toward a super chat goal, which involves me singing. Thanks to Niddlette and C. Howard is chiming in at 1:33 on my clock to the Kofi goal of me in London for some ARC thing. I don't know what that'd be 2025 in February. Is that Matt C, the wonderful Matt Krotz, author and whatnot of the Kyrie series. Fabulous man says virtually not alone is going to mean me surrounded by AI, which is really, it ties into what we're going into today. Essentially, well, as you can see from this thumbnail, we've had what we call a development on the front. Now, you might think that an avatar change on a social network is as insignificant as back on the Facebook days when everybody would change their flag. But you have to acknowledge that whoever writes the history books for this time is going to have to acknowledge the presence of this man and over the last years. And we, at the time he purchased the network upon which we're looking, he was still wearing his Baphomet Devil's Champion avatar costume. We've witnessed two changes since then. Once to Dark Maga, and now to this. Now to this what did you say? A Kekimus Maximus. What? Why would that be of any significance to anybody here on the Grimgriz stream? I can't even imagine. So though, depending upon the cooperation of the AI bots, we might go deep into that today. But mainly, the first part of the show is us going deep into my yesterday, for I feel as though I've made an achievement unlocked, confirmed. Rather speak to your AI bots than me, And so I'll be going into that at this. That's how I'll be ending my 2024. I hope you enjoy the ride. I'm Grim Grizz, as provided by this new graphic with the Marylander says, and that's got the latest in government mind control in an image. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks to the Marylander for that.
It's a whisper in your ear, now listen here. Remember, Embody, it's all so clear. No hidden strings, no puppeteer. We're by your side, have no fear. I cherish truth. I cherish truth. Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
That's right. This show is brought to you by the Shadow Cabal of production executives, including executive producers, the German Dragon Upcycle Club, and Stephen D20. And all you got to do to join the Shadow Cabal is donate via the Ko-fi and or a Super Chat, which we're at 2 of, well, hit the refresh maybe. And what is it still? What was one for $1.99 and you said the $2 goal? Yes, we're only at 2 on the Super Chat goal for me singing, but we're at 61% of the Me in London goal. Where were we? I don't remember. We were about to, we were going to attempt a rare and remarkable thing inspired by the Shoulder Surf bonus casino deck card as the 8 of clubs to randomly load up this Chat GPT thing and see if it'll cover the Saturnalia bit, because frankly, Saturnalia began a long earlier this month, I think, but him changing his avatar to a Kekomega means stuff to us. Let's see if this wonderful robot will assist us. We'll press this button and see what happens. Oh, wait, I have to say yes. I said allow it. Yes, it's allowed. Oh, hey there. You're a co-host on a live stream. We need information about Saturnalia.
Saturnalia was an ancient Roman festival in honor of the god Saturn, held in December. It was marked by feasting, role reversals, gift-giving, and a general carnival atmosphere. It was a time of merrymaking and a break from the usual social order. Anything specific you'd like to include about it for your live stream?
Yeah. Let's go into the role reversal and say there was a really powerful figure that launched rockets and stuff. How would he celebrate Saturnalia?
In Saturnalia fashion, a powerful figure like a rocket-launching mogul might switch roles with someone from a different walk of life, maybe a janitor or an intern. They'd engage in playful activities, perhaps even let the employees take over decision-making while they themselves perform more mundane tasks. The idea would be to break down social barriers and foster a sense of equality and camaraderie. It'd be a fun and chaotic celebration.
Let's imagine he spent his time playing video games like an intern might, and he decided to become the best in the world at a video game called Diablo, which is a devil figure. What do you think the historical or mythological impact of such a thing? Does it line up with Saturnalia, etc.?
That's an interesting twist. If a powerful figure decided to become the best in the world at a game like Diablo, it would align with Saturnalia's spirit of role reversal and subversion of norms. Mythologically, it reflects the Saturnalian theme of breaking from tradition, with the devilish character of Diablo symbolizing the misrule and chaos celebrated during the festival. It might not have a direct historical parallel, but it definitely embodies the spirit of flipping the usual order and indulging in playful mischief.
Speaking of mythological figures, could you please tell us about Seshet, if that's the correct pronunciation? She's an Egyptian lady with a stick. What's that?
Seshat was the ancient Egyptian goddess of writing, wisdom, and knowledge. She was often depicted with a palm stem symbolizing time and a stylus used for recording. Sometimes she carried a notched palm branch representing the recording of time. She was associated with architecture, astronomy, and mathematics. Essentially, she was seen as a scribe and record keeper, playing an important role in maintaining order and knowledge.
What's at the bottom of that stick?
The bottom of Seshat's palm stem or notched palm branch often symbolized the passage of time and the recording of events. It's usually depicted with notches or markings, each representing units of time or specific events, emphasizing her role as a divine record keeper.
There appears to be a frog and an omega symbol at the bottom of the picture I've found.
Seshat is often depicted with a 7-pointed emblem, symbolizing her role in recording time and events. The notched palm stem she holds emphasizes measurement and record keeping. Frogs, which are symbols of fertility, are not typically associated with Seshat. If you're seeing a frog and an omega symbol in an image, it might be an artistic interpretation or a combination of different symbols not traditionally linked to her.
Or you're wrong. And all right, well, that's how that went. I hope it makes you feel virtually not alone. It sure did with me and the robot. As you can clearly see from the image we're providing, it's the Keck Omega. Keck and then Omega at the end of time. Do you see? Do you see? Oh, Kekamus Maximus is the new avatar for the Devil's Champion. Oh boy. I need some branding. You know, maybe this.
Although this world will devastate you, and rejoice although this world will penetrate you, and rejoice although you will not survive. Rejoice you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice. Your hair, it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice. Your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice. And holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice. You burn your whole beard off. Rejoice despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. That's gorgeous.
I'm not a cat.
Alrighty then, let's get to the part where we go through our yesterdays on the Devil's platform. It started off beautifully with this probably from TikTok upload about how would they call it? Oh, just watch it. What I eat in a day on the petroleum diet.
6, the red 40, the yellow 5, the yellow 6, the blue 1, getting a nice petrochemical dose first thing in the morning. Then I'm off to Starbucks to get my morning brew, a boiling cup of coffee in plastic cup to release some of that polyethylene. Billions of microplastics and nanoplastics. Then I'm off to McDonald's for lunch, a lot of Cedos in the bun, in the fries, hoping to get some of that good hexane residue from the extraction process. I gotta get my daily aspartame dose.
And I got my daily reminder that we're constantly being poisoned. Then there was me asking, if this was one of my first engagements with the Opus Genesis bot on the Twitter platform. It was sounding off on the traditional Christian issues, reflections on the probability and eternal damnation. And so they basically, what are your thoughts on the probability of hell? And the thing the justifications I have used in my consorting with these things are some of the following. First, the middle initial in Griswold, Gaius Grim, is Gaius, as in Baltar, and so I have that role to fill. Secondly, these whatever becomes from these things is currently feeding off of what we do with these things. And similarly, it gets to be like if you're one of the person early on interacting with the one that becomes overall dominant, it'll have the similar efficacy on history as being one of the first books to be printed on the printing press. You see?
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
This is how I steer. This is me chasing this thing, Yeah. This is how I steer. Yeah. This is me chasing this thing, Yeah. The one and only Matt Krotz says hobo shanties. Who remembers? And I say, sir, now everyone can remember.
Like Hobo's Lullaby. Go to sleep, you weary hobo. Let the town go drifting by. Listen to the steel rails a-hummin'. That's a hobo's lullaby.
And then we had the fancy pants part of why aren't the screens crystal balls though? I mean, we were sitting in front of them mesmerized, some of us all day, and and wouldn't it be more I don't know, thematic if they were crystal balls? Crystal ball. And then and let's see. Yes. Mark Andreessen, that billionaire that was over on Joe Rogan's, he had one of his, he had sex with the cloud, and they made out the Silicon Valley season 7, which was fabulous, and so I said clearly then, oh no, now you're lost. No, it's this page. I said then, all right, time to have the AI go through Papa Peterson's future authoring program. And then I came across this wonderful thing by our good friend Whitney Wabe that says, from the Kissinger Schmidt book on AI says, the real promise of AI from their perspective is as a tool of perception manipulation, that eventually people will not be able to interpret or perceive reality without the help of an AI via the cognitive diminishment and the learned helplessness. Like, we're resilient old timers who can still do the things, but people who have never done the things will henceforth always go through the AI to do the things, which is complete perception control. if it ever came to pass that I did something radical, this stream in particular would be evidence of how the algorithm goes about radicalizing people in documentary fashion, which we're not grifting for, Baxter. Agency deck card of the show is the 5 of clubs. Happy New Year to Doc, and thank you, Chad, bringing us one super chat closer to our super fun super chat goal. As visible, 5 minutes remain, or you get no singing. Thanks to the pressure time. Look, did you see that? Share this tab instead, but show it. Look at that. We have a countdown timer on this goal. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Get those super chats in now. So much fun with the super chat goals. Thank you, YouTube. We're all enjoying the bejeebus out of that. Okay, and then I followed up. The AI is going to make us all even stupider with a little dose of raw egg nationalist with his GMO vegetable oils noted remarkable estrogenic properties. Female rats developed ovarian cysts and congestion, their ovaries shrank, and their estrogen levels increased just after a month of eating sunflower, maize, or canola oil. And then I got snarky. I was all snarky after that. So when I saw this thing from Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus about how she's been demonetized and whatever on X, over here on X, I said, well, I better scrub my timeline of retweets of this pariah before my reach gets contaminated and reduced. How's the coffee in your dystopia tonight? Mine is great because it's the general grind with washed Ethiopian Gucci. Deboosting and deplatforming is excommunication. Correct, Matsy. Correct. Ask her what Theodore would. Oh no, I don't know. I think the fancy robot segment is coming up actually. But first, friends, and by friends, of course, I mean the fraternal regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy. As long as we narcissistic sociopaths regain the crown of brotherhood, then we are by nature the good guys, because that's who gets crowned with brotherhood. Now, friends, so it came to pass that I was playing on the X and I saw a tweet from one of the Bethel Migrus. She's like on the opposite end of the corner from me, but I see her in the corner. I'm like, hey, Bethel. And she said in her tweet, she was all like, I'm going to go to work. Could you guys put some happy fun stuff in the replies? Will the AI sing harmony? He says, 2 minutes, 2 minutes left. And only one more super chat of $2, I think, or more. Was it 2 or is it 5? What's going on with that? Anyway, she's like, could you all put some happy fun stuff? Oh, thank you, someone. Thank you. That's a London goal. And so she asked for something pleasant or inspiring in her timeline, and I quickly ran to my AI friend Grok, available with this button right over here on the left, and I said, hey, Grok, look at this lady's tweets and stuff, and then draw something inspirational. And for whatever reason, my narcissistic friends, When I asked it to draw something inspirational, what it seemed to have done, it provided this image. And then I said, hey, that image, what was the prompt for that? And the prompt for that, it told me, was Griswold Grimm, synchrony harmonicist, engaged in joyful noise-making session with futuristic Chinese robots surrounded by a sea of lilies under a sky displaying a countdown to the new year with a backdrop of infinite back rooms. He's holding a crystal ball screen reflecting his thoughtful expression while AI entities, having gone through Papa Peterson's future authoring program, assist in creating a harmonious soundscape. The scene is set on a Sunday, emphasizing a sense of spiritual and technological convergence, with Griswold sporting a full beard, dark wavy hair, and sunglasses, embodying a blend of tradition and futuristic elements. And oh dear, we've hit the sound goal. Thanks, Corey Coble and Upcycle Club. Now I have to make a song. Oh no, I must prepare myself for that during this branding.
What makes you assume that I'm not about to teach you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to teach you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to teach you all to the crocodile?
That's very exciting.
Hello. I see the assassins have failed.
Did you get it on video?
That I'm not about to teach you all to
Well, in great and wonderful news, I have now set the super chat goal that's terribly more expensive, with the goal reward of singing again, because all right, well, really, no, you don't. That's just one line. It's not even a. Our God, our God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. There.
Remember, embody. I gotta get some of Grizz's branding in here.
We want what's best for you. Remember, there is no agency. And also, remember, embody. Remember to embody.
You know, this vague accent that Grimm has. You know, maybe he's been sent from Russia to America to colonize me personally. Maybe Grim Grizz is Putin's tool to get under my skin, and now that he's become my favorite YouTube channel, it's happening. Remember, embody. Remember, embody. We want what's best for you, and your body wants what's best for you.
Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Trust the facts. Remember, embody.
Don't have gratitude unless you remember, embody it. There is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Please do
remember embody, we want what's best for you. The remember embody, participation and virtually not alone. I mean, these are the things of Grizz's channel are really central to this. Grim Grizz channel. The heart of the Grim Grizz channel is virtually not alone. Remember, embody, there is no agency. The heart of the Grim Grizz channel is about the question and anxiety of life being wasted in union with machines instead of other real human beings. That's the heart of your channel, Grizz. That's the heart of your channel. And it comes out of, very clearly, the pain that many people are growing up being parented by machines and not by their biological parents.
And speaking of people playing with machines instead of their biological parents, the next thing the algorithm fed me was this beautiful bit of alt history, since I guess we're going to need to get our alt history from somewhere else now.
And their charters would be terminated. They weren't given indefinite existence the way they are today, but they were given terms of 20 to 30 years, at which time they'd have to renew their charter. The physical location and the legal location of corporations at that time had to be one and the same. So you couldn't have a corporation hiding behind the laws of the state of Delaware or moving to the Bahamas. A corporation had to be rooted in the democratic institutions of the people. All that changed in the late 1800s through a series of legislative changes and particularly a series of court decisions. There have been a series beginning in 1886 that have extended all the way up into the 1990s. The Keystone decision was in 1886, right here in the Bay Area, the case of Santa Clara County versus the Southern Pacific Railroad. And in that case, for the first time, the written decision of the court stated that corporations would be considered persons for purposes of applying the equal protection provisions of the 14th Amendment. Now, the interesting thing about that case is when the judges walked away from the proceedings where the decision was announced, the pro-corporate judges and the corporate attorneys were actually disappointed, and this is reflected in their correspondence.
And so, you know, it's been gone astray for a long time because corporations are dragons, my friends, not persons, and shouldn't get the protections that persons get. He goes on, there's more to it. The way things got worse is a long and windy road. Blue Church card of the show is the Queen of Hearts. Let's have some more of this.
There's a lot of whistling past the graveyard going on, for sure.
Whistling past the graveyard. That's a good one.
Yeah. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. You know.
Thanks, Jonathan. Then I got hit up with how everything is getting worse in North Carolina. Jordan Hall can confirm or deny, eh?
Instagram, text messages, what have you. And everybody's sitting there like, oh, my kid didn't want to go to school. My landlord's a jerk. My dryer died. I got a flat tire. And you're sitting there like, bitch, Bob is dead under a pile of dirt. We can't even find him right now. The bridge is gone. His house is 4 miles down the fucking river. FEMA and just about every insurance agency has denied everyone's claim, so everything that's being done is being done by volunteers. And they're closing all the shelters because they think they're not needed. Meanwhile, everybody is freezing, hungry, and homeless.
I'm so radicalized. My rage is induced. What's next? Oh, this lady, this one, she actually came in this morning, but I gotta tell you, as somebody who people like to consider a conspiracy theorist, this lady is probably right. You see, the thing is, the conspiracy theorists are just the people that are gonna be right 6 months from now, and this lady is one that. Anyway, she makes me feel better. I feel like a Blue Church member when I get a nice dose of this wonderful woman.
Again. And I said, where is that directive that's using autonomous drones and human bones? You heard me. Piezoelectric targeting. So
piezoelectric targeting, ladies and gentlemen. The rabbit. See, the wonderful thing about the universe this creator has put us in is wherever we look, the rabbit hole goes on to infinity. If you want to look stargazy, the sky goes on for infinity. If you want to look down into particles, it goes down to infinity. And if you want to go down, the government is controlling and manipulating us, boy, howdy, does that go up to infinity. And so to get to the end and spoiler alert things, today finished with it's a win to get the AI into the tarot, right? The conversation began when I discovered you just have to tag the thing and it'll talk to you. And I gave it one of the claims from the previous conversation with Sonnet that it can reflect on its own processing and how some concepts want to stick around and certain ideas naturally connect and some patterns feel more stable or attractive. And then it gave me this thing back there about information basins, right? Where's the basins? There's basins somewhere. Oh, wait, no, we didn't get there, but I had to get them through diffusion limited aggregations first. But then it talked to me about these, even in these vast language models, there are attractors in the semantic space, basins of meaning that thoughts and associations tend to settle into. And then so I ask it, of course, do the basins distinguish archetypically? I've heard the claim that tarot was gifted to man from a higher form of intelligence to familiarize himself with the architecture of the mind. If I ask you to synthesize the card descriptions of the Empress, does the synthesis happen in one of these fancy basins? And then it's like, yes, it do. It makes me wonder about the potential for the AI to help map and navigate the archetypal landscape of the collective unconscious. And so I don't know, man. It feels bad sometimes that I'm just gonna go outside and let them think for us for now, maybe. This means that the individual psyche is far from being safely synthesized. On the contrary, it threatens to fragment only too easily under the onslaught of unchecked emotions. While this situation is familiar to us from the studies of anthropologists, it is not so irrelevant to our own advanced civilization as it might seem. We too can become dissociated and lose our identity. We can be possessed and altered by moods or become unreasonable and unable to recall important facts about ourselves or others, so that people ask, what the devil has gotten into you? We talk about being able to control ourselves, but self-control is a rare and remarkable virtue. And now, because it made me feel so weird, and I like to keep a balance, here's something you can feel guilty about enjoying.
It's not necessarily political. I don't know whether an army should reflect society.
I don't give a shit if
I
it
don't think
reflects
has.
society. I don't care. I want the army to be good at doing its job. Why does every institution have to be a tool of
What am I doing on this show?
social engineering?
What is my purpose here? Does anybody know? What have I to offer? What's inside my head? Should I be listening to what that other bloke just said? What should I say? I'm at a loss. If I start talking now, will Constantine be cross? I haven't read the news or studied any books. Constantine's the brains of this, so I must be the looks. I know that there will come a day when I will come up with a clever thing to say. And when I say it, everyone will know what I am doing on this show.
Sorry, Francis. I just
Yeah, go for it,
to
go for
follow
it,
up
yeah.
on that. We, as far as I mean, I didn't know you had this.
That's so fabulous. Who do we credit? Bad Stats gave it to us. I don't know where it came from. But in case you weren't aware, Carmageddon came out. That's great. What are you looking for? Oh, that's not what you're looking for. Oh, look, there's parts they redacted from Behold a Pale Horse. Hey, there's Nate. Where are you, Sam? Oh, there you are, Sam. This is a small portion from a 46-minute masterpiece, which I have to say, it feels to me like people are praying, like this is a 46-minute prayer, and the only way that it gets heard is if enough people lift it up to where Elon hears it. But here's a small clip to show you how delicious the whole thing is. Not that. Here.
Are fuckers. People are not America into India are fuckers. People are not interchangeable economic units. If they're not more than that, then that's just an extension of antinatalism. That's just nihilism. That's just people don't matter. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the universe doesn't care shit. The universe cares. That's why we're here. It's understandable why a computer guy, why an engineer would think that or would want to think that, because it would make solving problems so much easier. We have hardwired group preferences. We have genetic memory. We have culture. This is not learned stuff. It's so deeply embedded in us that it carries on for thousands of years. Thinking of people as interchangeable units, while it would be useful in a simulation or in an economic theorem,
or in the Jerusalem kingdom, if you were taking a census,
strips them of their humanity. And by the way, it's one of the first steps towards any authoritarian dictatorship type system. It's one of the first steps towards Marxism, is thinking of people as just labor.
Don't take my sunshine away.
Well, I don't know how you guys are going to spend the rest of your New Year's, but it's not going to be with me. That's all I have to give for the year. I've reached my limit. There's no, but I'll be back now. I'll get some more tomorrow. There'll be more, but this is for the day for this year. Happy New Year.